YouTube, what is going on? And so we're back in the kitchen, and I wanted to quickly have a conversation with you guys about what it's going to be like going into 2024 and maintaining your success. Or if you haven't reached your success, how you can improve what you're doing to get there, right? And so a lot of the times when you're worried about different things in life, right? You're worried about whether or not you're gonna make enough money, whether or not it's worth it to make more money. Are you the type of person that can make more money? All these different questions you have in your head, right? You have all these stresses because you're focused on the results and you don't have the results. And that's starting to eat away at your motivation, your encouragement, and enabling yourself to stress about a lot of these things. So when it comes to figuring out how you're gonna overcome this, I want to give you at least something that I learned that has helped me manage the stress of thinking about the goals that I have. And that is to not focus on the goal. And as easy as that sounds, as simple as I said it, it is extremely hard to do. And this is something that's going to take time. It may take longer for you than it will others. You may see people do it better than you, but you would still need to focus on the fact that you can't focus on the goal as a priority. Here's what you should focus on instead. You need to focus on the actions it takes to reach the goal. And here's an example I can give you. If you're in the military and you got a war you're fighting, right? And your enemy is your enemy for whatever reason. The goal is to defeat the enemy. And because you haven't done it, you don't know how to do it. But if you focus on what it takes to get a small victory and compound those small victories into the greater war, you will eventually defeat your enemy. And a lot of you will struggle with this because it won't be as fast as you'd like because you're probably a little bit lazy, or it's not as satisfying. The gratification takes too long for you to defeat your enemy. You want them defeated today. And it's not going to be that way for you. It's not going to be that way for many people. And the reason it's not that way is because you're not focused on the actionable steps. So to keep it in the example of trying to fight a war and defeat your enemy, let's say the enemy is obesity, right? Would it help you to keep saying, I want to defeat obesity every day to your troops and propaganda in speeches and things like that? Or would it help you to tell your troops, walk more, track your food? Maybe you need to drink more water and focus on staying active. And then when it comes to dealing with this enemy, it will be a situation that you're a little more prepared to deal with. And so when you think of it that way, it becomes a lot easier to grasp the situation you're in, meaning you don't have to worry about, can I meet my goals? You know you can. You're doing the right thing. And you won't have to worry about something like, is this a goal that's realistic? So most of your goals are going to have to be something that you truly believe in and something that you can stick to when it comes to the actionable steps. Like, don't pick a goal like, I want a $500 million mansion by next year, when the actionable steps that you need to take for that are something you can't even do. So be mindful of this when it comes to the things that you are trying to do in your life, need to do in your life, or you're trying to improve upon. So the reason we're having this conversation is because going into the summer of 2024, I know a lot of you are looking for ways to improve your health, maybe eat better, and especially my musicians here on this channel, you're looking for ways to improve your career. And I've always been imploring you guys to focus on your health when it comes to doing that. But going into the summer, I know a lot of you are gonna either be making better gains, making better choices and things like that. And I wanna give you tips on how you can maintain that and improve it. And we will be doing that together. We're going to be doing it through conversations like this. You guys will be leaving me questions in the comments. You guys will be liking and sharing this and following all the links and making sure you're staying active. But this has to be done with the mindset that the goal is not really that important because we already set it and we're gonna hit it. We know what the goal is. We don't have to keep rehashing it every single day to say, oh, we're gonna lose weight, bro. You don't have to do that. Did you work out today? Did you hit your macros today? Did you walk? How much water did you drink? Did you meditate? These are the questions and things you need to be asking yourself every day because you're stressing about something that's a non-factor, like the fact that you have a goal and you want to reach it. We know it's there. You know it's there. It knows it's there. Now, what are you going to do to get there? Are you still going to be that same guy that's on YouTube with no profile picture? You haven't posted a video. All you do is comment. You don't do anything with your channel. So at what point do you expect to get success from the thing that you would like? And you're fooling yourself if you believe that the steps you're taking will get you there. And the way you know you're fooling yourself because you haven't gotten any progress, A, or B, you don't know what progress looks like. Progress is a guessing game for you, meaning you don't know what step you took yesterday that could have ended everything. You don't know what step you're going to take tomorrow that could end everything. You're just guessing. You don't know anything. And so when it comes to your goals and how you're going to be tackling this thing, you have to make sure, you have to be clear, and you have to be urgent with the actionable steps that you can take. Yeah, that's an old Jay-Z term, actionable steps, right? And so these actionable steps should be something that you can do every day. And I'll give you a few steps that you can do relating to either eating better, fitness. These are tips that you can generally just use in all different parts of your life, right? And so the first one is when you set a goal, give yourself a deadline that's realistic. And realistic meaning something that you can plan to get to, right? So if you're setting a goal like, I want to lose whatever number of pounds, think about how long it would take to lose that weight and then realistically set how you could either get there a little quicker or how you can get there and be reasonable about maintaining your goal. Because some people, they can lose weight really quick and then gain it right back really quick. So having a plan lets you really understand what's going to happen when you reach your goal. Just like when I said the fighting a war example. Let's say you defeat your enemy. How you defeat your enemy makes a little bit of a difference. Did you blow everything up and there's nothing you can use anymore? Or did you get the exact pieces eliminated that you needed to get eliminated, So the next thing I can give you is you're going to want to focus on, again, these actionable steps, but you're going to want to focus on these steps that get you towards the goal. There's a lot of ways to get to the same destination. So you want to make sure that you're picking the right ones. And so when it comes to something like losing weight, the biggest one is going to be food, of course, right? But what foods to eat? How much of the food to eat? Should these foods have specific effects on you when it comes to your goals? Like if you know you're a person that's a runner, cutting carbs, it may not be as smart as a person who's trying to get lean for a photo shoot or maybe fit into certain clothes and things like that. You have two different goals. You have similar goals of losing weight, but you have two different approaches to the same thing for two different reasons. And so understanding that for yourself as an individual is going to help a lot. This is where a lot of the confusion in fitness advice usually happens. Something that works for somebody else may not work as well for you, or you may both try the same tactic or strategy and steps, and you may get two different results simply because you're two different people. And so the third thing I would give you, and this would pretty much be how you can maintain and improve your fitness goals and things like that. The third thing I would give you is to immerse yourself in these actionable steps. Now, what that looks like is different from person to person as well, but it's simple in concept, meaning you want to lose weight or eat better. I'm gonna keep repeating that, but if you wanna lose weight and things like that, you have to really check and audit your environment, meaning, Are your friends on this journey with you? And if they're not, should they be? Is your family on this journey with you? And if they're not, should they be? Now, they don't have to be. A lot of people are able to fulfill their goals without the backing of friends and family and things like that. It's just something that's within them. Like, they have a goal, they set their mind to it, and they can reach it. But again, is that who you are? Is that something that works for you? Some people kind of need the support of others. They need a community to join. They need some kind of support system to help them get some clarity on what realistic results look like, what realistic examples look like. Like, if none of your friends have six packs, I think you need to meet someone with a six pack and then ask them some questions, learn a little bit about their lifestyle. And so these are things that many, many people will struggle with because their environment is usually handcrafted by themselves and they don't know it. Like, for example, when I was going to college for music, the expectation that everybody around me was going to be a musician and understand music and all that stuff would be foolish because we're all here for different reasons, right? So I had to actively look for these people who were either better than me at the things that I enjoyed, were doing things that I enjoyed differently, or were maybe on the same path of learning this new skill or this new language. And so what that did is it allowed me to make mistakes, but it made me make mistakes with the examples that helped me understand which mistakes I am making. And what that means is a lot of you are going to struggle with your weight loss journey and not know why you're struggling because your environment isn't telling you what is wrong. Like, when I explain this, you're going to look at your friends and you're going to say, are my friends helping me or hindering me reaching my goals? Are they encouraging me for reaching my peak potential? Or are they okay with who I am today? And is that why I picked them as a friend? Did I pick these friends because they're easier to deal with than a person who would challenge me to not be this person that I don't want to be in the first place? Like, you don't want to be the person who can't fit into their jeans. You don't want to be the person who's, got maybe a little pudge around their waist and things like that. But your friends are cool with you being that way. Should they be? And so if this was helpful, let me know. And we'll have a conversation in the comments, of course. And these episodes, they'll be rolling out and things like that. And make sure you're liking, sharing, subscribing, the typical YouTube script. But put this into perspective when you turn this video off. Really think about your goals, how you're going to get there, who's helping you get there, and whether or not they want to help you get there. Some of that will be an uncomfortable conversation because you may realize some of your girlfriends not really on your side. Some of your homeboys not really beneficial to the greater goal here. So be clear, be intentional, and make sure you let me know if you're working out today, if you're eating better and you're enjoying life. And if you need some help and would like some one-on-one coaching with this, let me know in the comments, and I'll be sure to reach out and let you understand how easy you can get started and how easy you can really reach your goals without stressing over it. So let's get it.